Hey everyone, I was just thinking while I was driving about, how in the past I used to read in scripture about, you know, Satan and him and, what he did, examples inciting David to take up a census, and then you read of how through him children were slaughtered. But, you know, we can read that in scripture and we would never really fully get a grasp of that evil, you know. And I really think it doesn't really affect us until we could probably see it with our own eyes. And, you know, reading words is much different than experience. I mean, for example, you can read in scripture about, you know, God so loved the world that he gave his one and only son. And we can read the word loved and we still can't grasp it until we experience that love for ourselves. And I read it in the past in scripture, and I never fully grasped it until I had that dream of Jesus coming to me. And I actually felt his love. So, in the same way, you really don't understand the extent of how evil Satan is until you really see it for yourself, in this world. And, I mean, I'm going, I'm going to get into talking about 17. And, I was sent some pictures about children that were killed apparently for adrenochrome. And I mean, I can't say that I was shocked by that evil, but in a way, you still are never prepared for that kind of stuff. That people can be so evil that they would do something like that to children. And I saw a few pictures, and I've seen other ones as well that show that, we live around cannibals. You know, we live around people that will kill you and not give a second thought, and just it's mind-boggling just how evil people can be. But it's not only the people, it's Satan behind them doing that. And you can't grasp just how evil Satan is until you see all around you what is going on, what evil people will do to others, where they can inflict pain on somebody and laugh. That's just, it's inconceivable. And, a lot of people would just dismiss something like that. Oh, that's just a crazy conspiracy theory. And they don't give it a second thought. They just go on, dismiss it, while the evil still happens. And I've said in a few videos, you need to look into it yourself. You need to research and find out exactly what's going on. You know, it said in scripture that the Bereans were noble because they were looking into the information for themselves. Well, in the same way, you have information out there that has yet to be looked at. And just because your crazy conspiracy theory friends are saying this and that, they're saying adrenochrome. Uh, Adrenochrome works when you frighten a kid to the point of death and then take it. And there is this frazzle drip video that apparently has been on the dark web, and I heard it was taken down. But that was on, I believe, Anthony Weiner's laptop. Why you would have something on that, on your laptop, on something that is just so horrible. And, I mean, I don't know what to say apparently on YouTube, because you don't know if you're going to get banned or your video is going to get flagged for mentioning anything. You never know these days. But look up Frazzle Drip for yourself. I mean, you obviously can't look it up at Google because they'll dismiss it as a crazy conspiracy theory. You need to find a search engine, to find the actual information about it. And I've come across videos on Telegram that speak exactly on that. I've posted it on Facebook for people to see. And it's just horrible what Hillary Clinton and her assistant, what they did to a kid. And I would just say, if you want me to send you the video, I'll try to find it and I can send it to you. But I really don't want to say too much on YouTube because they'll take it down. But, this is the world that we live in. And, all I'm hoping is that really that the EBS will happen everywhere. I heard it changed to just a few places, but I'm hoping it will happen everywhere. I'm hoping that people's eyes will open to the fact of what was happening in this world around them. I'm hoping that we crazy conspiracy theorists for 17 will get vindicated. That we will be like, people will say, oh, you weren't crazy after all, you were right. That's what I'm hoping. And so many people in the 17 community has lost spouses, because they thought their spouse was crazy. And I know with me personally, I'll share things here and there with my spouse, but I will no longer share other stuff because, they probably think I'm crazy and, but, I've seen information out there. I've looked at it. And it just takes looking at the information yourself to find out what's true and what isn't. And the worst thing that you could possibly do is dismiss it and say it's not true, or it sounds crazy. Well, why does it sound crazy? Because you don't think people are that evil, that they would do something like that? That you don't think that the leaders of this world can be so evil that they have an agenda that would depopulate the earth? Why wouldn't you think that would be true? Why would they want to do something like that? Well, you want someone's house, well, why not take them out and then take their house? That's exactly what King Ahab did under, Jezebel. She set it up and had, the man that owned a vineyard, she had him killed, and then he took her the vineyard. So why wouldn't you think that would happen in this world? Why wouldn't you think that they would, depopulate this earth? And there's many other things as well, but it just takes, time. It takes looking information up. You hear something from somebody, That sounds crazy? Well, look it up and see if it's actually true. See if there's documentation on it. Look up patents about, different things, like 5G towers or patents on vaccines. What's in the vaccines? So, I just wanted to share that with you, that, there is an evil out there that you have yet to see and you have yet to witness. But it takes, looking up that information for yourself to see how evil it is. So I wanted to share that with you. Thanks for taking the time to watch.